video. This video is about my resentment in the jobs I've had, so I want to talk about it because I know I'm not the only one who've been. It is not. I'm not saying the job I have now, just working my jobs, all the jobs put together, period, is what I'm talking about. I'm almost 50 years old, so all the jobs I've had, period. Even though my first one I've had was at A&W Hot Dogs and More, back in St. Louis at Union Station. That was a hell of a long time ago as a teenager, but that's all right. Like I said, I know some of you all out there, probably a lot of y'all, I can't say some, but a lot of y'all are probably feeling the same way too about jobs you've had, the way jobs have treated you, the way um, the co-workers may have been toxic, just all types of things. And like I said, I just want to talk about it this morning. I'm not trying to blame all the jobs or sabotage the jobs, anything like that. This is just something I have to get off my chest, I put it that way. I know I've talked to y'all several live videos now, letting y'all know I was in therapy and that kind of thing too, and this doesn't really have anything to do with therapy, but this is some of the things that I, of course, talk about, some of the things that I, of course, go over. And I was just talking to my partner about it this morning too, I put it that way, because he, of course, feeling the same way as well. I'm a social worker, been in the field going on 27 years now, and he works in the behavioral health field the same as I do, actually. The similar kind of work, but he works more of like residential facilities and with the kids, with the adults who are having issues or what have you. And it's not just those jobs. I've a lot of helping professions. I cannot say every single one, but I know nurses can identify with this. I know teachers can identify with this. Even therapists and counselors can identify with this. Anybody that's CNAs, working at home health agencies, all these types of things. Like I said, long-term care facilities. A lot of folks, of course, can identify with this video, I guess I put it that way. And like I said, it's not just a particular job, but like I said, we had talked about this morning. And of course, I had to get all this off my chest this morning with him and with y'all. I guess I put it that way because I know some of y'all can identify, and this may help some of y'all too. But I know I've been, like I said, I've been working for it's 26 and a half years now, to be 27. In May 2026, to be 27 years. And I'm just thinking back to all the jobs I've had. What made me kind of want to talk about this morning. My partner brought up something about nurses and how nurses were not going to hospitals now because the way that they were treated from COVID and different things like that and all that kind of stuff. And like I told him, that's almost every field I can think of. It may not be, well, it could be doctors as well. A lot of folks, of course, saw how, and even though I knew this before COVID, I'm sure we all know it, that, of course, jobs care about the job that's being done. They care about their mission. They care about, or whoever the bosses are, CEOs, that's what they care about. We're the workers. We're getting the brunt of everything that's going on. But, of course, they're getting the accolades and all those types of things. And, oh, the business is running well. And we don't get the shouts out, I guess I put it that way, or even acknowledge that we're doing a good job either when they're getting the accolades too. And like I said, those type of situations definitely bring up resentment. And I faced that in jobs too. Another thing that brought up resentment for me was, of course, I keep seeing, of course, the minimum wage is going up, which is fine, whatever. Well, I ain't gonna say it's fine. For me as well, it depends on the job. I think it's more of like the waiters, the fast foods, and different things like that, because my job, minimum wage or wages ain't went up at all. All we get is the yearly. Well, here at this job, I take that back. We have had raises. But majority of I've only been here, 3 years, but all the other jobs I've had, the other 24 years, I've only gotten 2 raises in that whole damn time. Yes, we got the yearly, what is it called, annual salary adjustment is like 2% or 2.3% or whatever, however it goes. But like I said, that definitely held resentment for me, because I'm like, okay, I'm seeing all these people starting to make $16, $17 an hour working at McDonald's and all this kind of stuff. And when I was growing up, I was always told that those jobs are just a stepping stool for you to, of course, to start your life with, not to stay at long term, I guess I put it that way. And like I said, just seeing all these things, and I was thinking back to, because I don't even make much more than that actually, as a full-time social worker with a damn degree. And like I said, that really just pisses me off. And I'm like, okay, I spent all these damn years paying for all these student loans, going to school, doing all this stuff, working in these fields, and I'm not even getting paid more than most of the folks that work at Quick Trip and McDonald's and all this kind of stuff still. My partner ain't either. And like I said, that just pisses me off, y'all. And like I said, I know I'm not the only one that's out there struggling with stuff like this, because it's happening to a lot of us. A lot of folks, of course, people are losing jobs. My job, of course, was talking about furloughing and that kind of thing, which I told y'all that. A lot of my coworkers were laid off, and I'm like, okay, what else Not saying what are they going to do, but yes, I guess it is what are they going to do. But still, it's just like we don't have any job security anymore, any of those kind of things. And like I said, I'm just very resentful and just angry about a lot of the stuff that I've been through. And like I said, with a job, I'm not saying I love my paycheck and that kind of thing. Yes, I'll continue to go to work. I'm not saying I'm quitting today, but like I said, it's just a lot of things that's going on, and it has been going on that people have kept silent about, and I'm tired of them keeping silent about it. A lot of things are going on within these jobs. Toxic bosses, co-workers. I've faced it all in these last 26 and a half years. I have faced it all. Even had a co-worker die at my damn job when we was in the damn office. Next day, somebody else coming in like they don't even care. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff that always goes on that we don't talk about. Like I said, I'm the one that I just feel that I have to bring these things to the forefront, because I know there's a lot of folks out there struggling with these jobs too. Yes, we're happy that we have a paycheck and that kind of thing, but all the shit that we deal with, it is a lot. And thank you, Andrew and Chaos and Paula. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. And like I said, definitely, it's just a lot. And like I said, yes, definitely resentment about the jobs I've had. It's not one particular job. I just say all the jobs. Even though the one I have now is probably the best one I've had out of the last 24 years of working. And that is a shame. No, it's not perfect. No workplace is going to be perfect. I know that. I'm sure you know that too. But that is a doggone shame. A lot of folks out there, not just me, but being a social worker, yes, you are a teacher, like I said, nurse, counselor, all those types of things, doctors, we're all overworked. Do we get the accolades and the pay to, of course, to compensate us? I guess I put it that way. No, we don't. But doctors make a lot more than social workers and stuff like that. But still, unless you have your own business, your LCSW, you may make more. Other than that, everybody else is making below 50,000. I can tell you that. You can look up the stats. I ain't even got to tell you that. I say 60 because some states pay more. New York pays more. California, I think, pays more. That's because they have a higher standard of living. Other than that, majority of this country, maybe about 80, maybe 75, 80% make below 50,000 a year. And like I said, just seeing all these raises for all these other folks and all these, like I said, the restaurants, the waiters. I'm not saying they don't deserve it. I'm not saying that, but it just pisses me off that I just left St. Louis. When I left St. Louis three and a half years ago, I wasn't even making $16 fucking an hour as a social worker. After 20-some years of working, I was barely making that. And now these kids are making $15, $16 an hour. They don't even have a degree, ain't even out of high school yet. Like I said, I'm glad they make it. That's fine, but that just pisses me off. And I feel that all my hard work that I put into all this stuff wasn't even getting any raises back then at all. It's just like, okay, what the hell was the damn point then? Just to work a damn job and just to get the paycheck, I guess. But like I said, all the things that you would assume that a job would, of course, give you raises. I'm not sure if anybody else can identify. Like I said, I know a lot of y'all out there who may look at this video after I, of course, log off and that kind of thing. I know a lot of y'all work too. Probably ain't had a raise in 10, 15 years either. And I guess that's depending on the job that you're in. Most helping professions like social workers, people working in residential facilities, care homes, what else? All those teachers, all those types of things. I can guarantee you that a lot of them hadn't had raises either. Probably just the standard yearly, what is it called? Living adjustment. I think it's called living adjustment or something like that. 2% or whatever it is. That's probably about it. And like I said, it just sickens me. It really does. That's why I'm choosing to do something different, y'all. Like I said, I'm not trying to put all the jobs down. We all need jobs, I guess, at this point to pay a bill, if we can pay a bill with one, how things have gotten. But I had to realize, I knew this back, well, a few years ago, I guess I put it that way. But trying to make things work, trying to figure out things, trying to see what's going to create other income for me besides my job. I'm making some income, but it's not enough to pay the rent at all. I can tell you that. So I'm still working on trying to, like I said, figure out what's going to be what. Because I'm not going to keep putting up with these things at all. It may take me another year. I don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't, but it may. But like I said, something I had to realize, if I don't get up off my ass and actually do something and actually make it meaningful, I guess I put it that way, that nothing is going to change and I'll still be working this time next year. And the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. Like I said, yeah, even though I've been reading business books and all those kind of things for the last several years, there's a lot of things that are just now clicking for me. I guess I put it that way. And I'm sure it will do the same for you too. I'm pretty sure that if you're wanting to, of course, get out the work field or whatever the case may be, or create your own business with the skills that you have, that can be done as well. but it's not going to be today or tomorrow. It's going to take some time to build. And that's why I'm building in the background now. I put it that way. Yes, I have a baking business a small home baking business and stuff like that. I've had it for, since I've been in here in Southern Arizona. I've had it for the last, actually the whole time, for 3.5 years now. But in my mind, at some point, I know that this business is only gonna make so much money, because there's only so many pop-up events. There's only so much um, um, vendor events I can go to. Working full time, I can't do nothing but on the weekends anyhow. Sometimes I can do, of course, people can pick up in the evenings, but it's not a lot because I'm getting out work and I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of the day, trying to de-stress and that kind of thing. Just go to bed and get up and do the same thing the next day. And like I said, that routine has just wore me the hell out. Not just with the baking business, but with jobs, period. I see other things, of course, that I can possibly do and create and that kind of thing. Like I said, I had to learn that I had to do something. I had to start doing something in my part-time hours in order for things to, of course, kick off for me. It's not gonna be today. I know that, because I'm changing some things as we speak. Well, for the last 2-3 months, I've been changing some things. So, of course, since I'm trying to redo all these things and that kind of thing, that is okay. But like I said, I'm still working on it, and that is fine. If that's all I can do is try, that's all I'm gonna do is try. If I don't try, that means I'm a failure at everything else I've done. That's how I look at it. So I have to try to do something better. And I'm hoping that this message is landing with somebody this morning to let you know that you don't have to stay in a job if you don't want to. Yes, for right now, because it pays the bills. Yes, I have to do the same thing. But we can still build in the background. Whether that's content creation, whether that's a side business of some sort, whether you're driving, delivering stuff, whatever it is. Some type of business in the background, we have to start working on those things, y'all. Even if it's using our skills to teach folks online what the hell we do. It ain't gonna pop off today, but like I said, some people do, but it's very small. Probably one out of every 2,000-3,000 may pop off in a week or a month or so. But for majority of us, it's gonna take a few years for that to happen, at least a year. Unless you're doing videos and content all damn day long, every hour on the hour, and that's a lot of folks can't do that working, especially working full time. But we still have to build something. That's what I want y'all to pick up in this video. Yes, while I'm resentful, while I hated certain things in my jobs and all this kind of stuff, and I'm angry about it, this thing, I still have to build something in the background, because I know that at some point, this whatever I'm building is gonna be my full-time job. At some point, I can tell you that. I know that already. It may not look like it today. It do not, there, because I'm changing a whole lot of things with the stuff that I'm doing. But at some point it will, and at some point for you it will too, if that's what you want. But I'm learning, of course. I already knew, but like I said, I'm learning more and more to trust myself with stuff, to realize that I know things too that I can, of course, implement and do and create income off of. I don't have to keep putting up with the same bull crap all the time. And if I'm sick and tired of something, I have to do something in the meantime to, of course, to help ease some of that anger, ease some of that resentfulness, and those types of things as well, and to build something in the background. Yes, I know coming home from work, I'm tired. I still have to get up and do things. Sometimes I'm baking, and sometimes, like I said, folks are picking up stuff. The weekends, yes, I was doing pop-up events and that kind of thing. It's a hell of a lot of work. Yeah, it is. But whatever you're going to do is going to be a hell of a lot of work. But like I said, work is work. Your business is your business. You still going to have to create something and put in that work in order for that business or something that you're creating to work. You still have to. And like I said, I hope that this message landed with somebody today, even if it's just one person, to realize that they're worth more than the job that they work at, and they can go ahead and create something in the background to help ease them out of that job at some point. Like I said, that's what my mindset has been, and that's what it's going to stay on. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, I know it's not going to be today, and that's okay. But I know I'm building something. Within the next year, I should see some type of change. I put it that way. I'm not. Well, I should see. I'm going to see some type of change. I know that for a fact already. Like I said, I know for you, if you're building something in the background, you're gonna see the same thing too. So please keep building, y'all. Do not give up because your job or jobs have treated you wrong in the past. That's okay. Use those jobs, use the income to, of course, create your side hustle. Or create whatever you're trying to build in the background. That is your first investor. That's my first investor in all the businesses that I've had was my job. It's going to be yours too. Keep that job, keep doing what you're doing, and build something so you can ease your way on out that job. That's how everything is usually done. No matter what any of these gurus may tell you, no matter what somebody has told you, you can leave your job today and create $1,000 business tomorrow. That's usually not the case. I hate to break it to you, but that's usually not the case. So with that, y'all, I want to get off here. Like I said, I hope that this message landed with somebody today to let you know that you're worth more than your job. You can create something that you can be proud of, that you love, and that you enjoy doing. It just won't. It'll take a little bit of time, but you can definitely do that. Do not give up, y'all. I'm not giving up. I'm pissed off and everything else, but I'm definitely not damn giving up. I'm still gonna try. Trying is all we can do. Please try, y'all. I know you got this and I got this too. I want to hear from y'all. Let me know in the comments, what are you creating on the side too to ease your way out of your job? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Like I said again, this is Tonetta. I hope y'all have, it may have pissed some other folks off in this video. Pissing people off and anger is good, especially if it's used in a good way to create something. And to, like I said, to ease your way out your job, get angry and get things started today, y'all. It's never too late. I'm 49 and a half years old. It's never too late. And I'm starting over with different things too. It is never too late. Don't let nobody tell you that you at this age of 40, 50, 60 is too damn late. No, it's not. I had a woman when I was in college. She was 87 damn years old trying to get her degree. Said that she had always promised herself she'd get a degree before she died. And she was in class, 87 years old, that was her last class, getting that damn degree. That tells me that I'm not too old for anything. She was almost 90, still doing the damn thing. So with that, y'all, do not give up. Keep on pushing, y'all. Keep trying. Have a good day, y'all. And if you like the message that you heard today, even though it may have pissed you off, that's okay. It'll make you get up and do something. It's making me get up and do something too. Or do something more than what I was doing. So like I said, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. For those who've been here before, thank you for coming back, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Peace out, y'all, and have a great day.